Bentley Greens had a mostly successful bag of results in the month of June, with 3 wins, 1 loss and 2 draws. Battle began back in round 14 in Dandenong when the Greens took an early lead. Thunder brought things back level before a goalkeeping howler and clinical finishing from Mitrovic allowed Bentley to retake their advantage. But Dandy pegged one back before taking the lead on the other side of half-time. In what was a frenetic game, an own goal brought scores level for a third time before a wicked deflection on a Hicks strike saw the Greens take the lead once again, which in the end was enough for John Anastasiadis and his men. That victory was followed by a local derby with Oakley Cannons, which Bentley got started with a goal through skipper Jack Webster. The goals didn't end there, with the prolific Mitrovic rounding the keeper to double the lead before the former Kingston man got a second to take Bentley to an emphatic 3-0 win over Oakley, who usually provide much more competitive encounters. The league leaders then travelled to Faulkner to face Pascoe, who again opened the scoring via who else but Velibor Mitrovic, whose classy chipped finish was too much for Pavlidis in goal. But the Greens couldn't hold on to that lead, with the home side thundering a strike into the top corner to equalise. Things were compounded for Bentley not long after, when Paco's Van Skip went down inside the area, who then converted the resulting spot kick. It wasn't to be for Bentley on the night, who suffered only their second loss of the 2018 season. Another away day followed, this time in the northern Melbourne suburbs of Northcote. JA's men looked lively from the start and hit the woodwork inside the first 10 minutes. The game was flipped on its head on the hour mark when Northcote were reduced to 10 men. But the resilient Northcote were difficult to break down, and despite a few chances, proceedings were brought to an end with the scores at 0-0 and the points shared. A draw and a loss in the league saw the Greens head into their Doherty Cup semi-final with Port Melbourne fired up and with a point to prove. Port struggled to contain Bentley, who put on a comprehensive display, smashing 5 goals past the hapless Sharks, and despite the away side pulling one back, John Anastasiadis' men marched into the Cup final with style. They'll now face Heidelberg United in the big one, to be played next Tuesday at Oakley Cannons home ground, with kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Last up in the month of June was Melbourne Knights, and another away day for the boys in green to travel to. However, things soured early, with the home side the first to score through Nate Foster. Bentley were quick to respond though, and brought the scores level with a header from Matt Thurtell. The Knights then returned serve with a header of their own when captain Marijan Svitkovic was found at the back post. But the lead lasted all of 10 minutes until Thurtell was brought down and scored from the resulting penalty with the cheekiest of finishes. The Knights had a penalty decision of their own, but luck was on Bentley's side, with Tommy Uskok putting his spot kick onto the post. 2-2 was how it finished, and consecutive draws for Bentley means they surrender the top league spot to Heidelberg, but with a point separating the two sides and plenty still to play in the season, the race to the title marches on. July has a heap of big games coming up, including the Doherty Cup final on July 10th, so be sure to get out to Kingston Heath and the surrounding away day grounds to support the boys in green.